Where's the beef? Gamer Podcast.
Alright, so welcome to a new episode of Where's the Beef? Gamer Podcast. I'm Clint Maximus. Chris is also here with his very old Mac. How you doing, mate?
I have the newest Mac.
This is what they told him at the shop. It's the newest one.
I ordered it online, so
Who is the fool now? Yes, he's been having issues with his volumes on his Mac, so he blamed me at the beginning. Now he's got no one but himself to blame.
That was your fault.
Everything good? What you been doing today?
Today nothing really. I platinum Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, so
I just recently deleted that off my PlayStation. I played it and I thought, you know what, I don't feel like playing this again. That's literally what I thought.
it looks good and it runs well, but it's just the campaign.
Yeah. I know, because I kind of like the whole new Call of Duty take that they've taken now, this Modern Warfare thing. So, because they've changed everything. It's like an alternate universe. So let's see what they do with that.
Yeah. I've been playing Genshin Impact a lot recently.
Cool. You've been like addicted to that. The times we've spoken, that's all you're doing. That's what you're playing.
I stopped myself before I go down that deep rabbit hole of a gacha game. Like I put 20 hours in it, and as far as I can see, I did not feel that I need to spend any kind of money. I was getting the characters I wanted, I was getting the weapons I wanted, but I feel like it's starting to slow down, and it's like becoming more of a mobile game where I have to log in every day so I can use the resources that replenish by time. Let's say moons replenish every couple of hours, so you need to use them because the limit is 120. After 120 it doesn't add up, so you need to use them so you don't lose resources, or the grind starts to get higher. It's like this is very mobile like, and I'm like, it is a mobile game, but it's on PS4 and it's free to play. And the thing is that it's really annoying me because it's a good game. It's actually, the combat is great. It's a shameless copy of Breath of the Wild with the movement and the jumping. Yeah. There's gliding. You can climb. The chests, they look the same. The animation is kind of the same. How there are slimes that looks exactly the same, and that's not a bad thing, Breath of the Wild is good. It's a good game. So, and they did not copy it in a way that made it worse. They copied it in a way that kept the good parts and added their own unique anime JRPG taste in it. But I feel like I will reach to a point that I feel like I'm reaching that point where at the end game where you're max level, you're gonna reach that paywall. Like, I'm gonna get addicted to this. I'm gonna sign in every day so I can do my dailies. I can do my use my daily resources so I can grind a bit so I can get that exotic weapon from my character. And it really bothers me because it's actually a very good game. I wish they didn't do it a free to play. Like, if they did not do this free to play, the grinding would have been a bit better, even though it's not that bad, because I haven't reached the end goal. But everybody's saying when you reach the end goal, it's gonna be so sluggish.
I would imagine. Well, I think that's reason why I just haven't gotten into it.
Yeah, I wish, I still did not reach that gacha point, but I wish it was a full-fledged $60 game, and I'll buy it, and there's no that paywall, without that paywall, because it's
Yeah.
like the combat is very good, and the animation is great, and the way you mix up your elements to defeat a certain boss is actually very clever, and the boss are not just hit, attack, and you kill, and it doesn't really matter if you have the highest DPS or lowest DPS. Of course, without any uh, thinking, if you have lower DPS, it would take
Mm.
a lot longer to kill a boss, but you can still do it if you have the skill and the right tactic. You can still kill it. It would take maybe 5 hours instead of 20 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's still doable. Um, what I like is that the bosses have different stages, different ways of to approaching the boss. You have to use specific elements, you have to use specific combo of elements and specific weapons, like target their weakness with a bow, to crit a specific area. Like there's good amount of tactics. This is a very good thought out game. It's not like shit ass mobile game that been rehashed 1,000 times. It's actually good, but unfortunately, it's free to play. Developers need to make money, and there's that paywall.
Fair enough. Well, since you've already been talking about that, I was just literally reading through the article about. It's not. Well, it isn't. Is it supposed to come to Xbox, but not right now?
I think the developer said no, we don't like Microsoft.
Really? That's what they said? I thought it was just for now, because, next gen plans don't include Xbox Series X. It says at least for now. They did an interview with the spokesman for the game, and its current state is just the beginning of the game. Apparently, they're going to continue developing even more content and gameplay, whilst also releasing updates and optimizations. So the production that goes online, apparently this isn't even the final version yet, but rather the first step. Well, that's also the beauty about, like you were saying, like these this style of online mobile / game. They do evolve in time if it's done well, if it's done properly. You know what I mean? There's, like you said, there's a lot of shitty ass online games out there that just do not go anywhere. So it's quite interesting. So yeah, they're saying that sadly it sounds like it isn't making its way to the Xbox One or Xbox Series X anytime soon. But they didn't deny that they might not release it though. So, and you've already spoken about that game a lot.
Yeah, I just need to be clear that they did not in any way say we don't like Xbox. This is just
that's just Chris. That's what I think they said behind closed doors where no one could see them. That's what they did. They called Chris and said, "You know what? We don't like Xbox."
I think it's because it's a Japanese company. I'm trying to find MiHoYo. Which country is this? Because I'm really trying to find, because if it's Japanese company, and Xbox is not popular in Japan, so
at all. Yeah, no, it's not. It's just because you've got those Japanese made consoles there. That's why.
Yeah, but it's not popular, so it's not very good. Like if Xbox becomes very popular, even in the Western, they would eventually, money is money, eventually would make an Xbox version. But I don't see anything online to know Genshin Impact. Which country is it from?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. While you're looking at that, I'm going to get into the next story, and then I'm sure you're going to find it in the next couple of minutes. I can hear him on his keyboard already. All right, so since you've already been talking about that game, let's get into the next news story today. Sony PlayStation 5 teardown video reveals removable sides, the dust catchers, and also storage expansion as well. This is the video. It's like when he finishes, he literally takes it apart in front of you, doesn't he? The guy from PlayStation. So it was kind of cool. There's a few interesting things that you liked. Didn't you like the fact that the fans come out or something? You were like really hyped about that.
Yes. So Sorry, excuse me. Corona.
Correct.
I don't have corona. So what I like about this is that I like to clean the fans of my PS4 Pro, and to reach the fan, I have to take out the motherboard. Like I have to reach the motherboard to reach the fan. Here, I just need to unplug, like with my hands, I can take out the sides and four screws, one side, four screws, the other side. Just unplug the fan, remove it. You remove the fan, clean it, like with with just cloth, okay, and just put it back, and that's it. That's what I like. I don't need to reach the motherboard, which is kind of like a bit not scary. Like you can risk your console, maybe like shorting it, or if you pull something badly, you might damage your console forever. So I like where it's placed. So it can clean the fan very good, and it has two dust collector intakes where you can just vacuum all the dust that might accumulate inside the motherboard, which I love.
No, that's cool. I think they've made it kind of very easy to disassemble. You know what I mean? Like I was watching the video, he was doing it with like such ease, like tup tup tip. That was all like clips and like a couple of screws there. It's not like like when you wanted to unscrew, for example, like I don't know, parts of the PS3 or something, or like you were saying, like you now with the PS4. How many screws do you have to go through to get to the actual fan?
The PS4?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not that a lot. It's not like the fat PS3. The fat PS3 was so hard to disassemble. I hated the fat PS3.
I remember opening the PS3. It was horrible. I think
fat
something
one.
happened to something. Yeah, the big fat one. That's the one that I have. I didn't get anything after that. I just bought the fat one because there was just a couple of really cool games that I wanted on the PS3. So I got that at the time. Because anyway, I already had the 360. And I had that hacked. So I was already getting games for cheap. But there was like a few games that I really wanted on PS. And I remember I bought the big fat one, which was cool.
Yeah, I got the PS3 because I really wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes, that was another one of the games that I loved on PS3. It was such a cool game. That's a game that needs a nice... I'm sure that's getting a remaster or something at some point.
I don't get it. Why they don't port that? They have ported all the Metal Gear games on the PS4. Where's 4? Where's 4? I don't understand.
Yeah, 4 was one of the best ones, in fact. The intro for that one was amazing.
I like 4 more than 3. I know everybody loves Metal Gear Solid, 3.
Snake Eater. Yeah.
They love it so much. They're like their favorite ones. 4 for me was a lot better because I like the cinematic part of it. Like I make popcorn, just sit and watch a movie. I'm like, yeah. Now I can play. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I like movies. I like games. I like when it's like, it didn't bother me. I actually liked the movie parts of it.
No, it's cool. My favorite one is Metal Gear Solid 2. I still think that's one of my favorite ones. Just like that whole scene when Snake jumps and, he's like bungee jumping and then he goes into the boat and yeah, it's fucking awesome. What a cool game that was. I loved it. I really loved it. Also, one thing I want to mention on the PS5 was the those white covers. They come off as well. So obviously I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of customization for the PlayStation 5. You're going to see I'm pretty sure you're going to see a Spider-Man edition. You're going to see a Horizon Zero Dawn edition, God of War Ragnarok edition, you know what I mean? And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of customization for stickers, and a lot of companies are probably going to develop their own as well. So that's also a good plus. I like that.
Yeah, what I like about it is that third party companies can do this, and basically the PS4 is the white covers on the sides, right? So just removing that and putting something, let's say a special edition of PlayStation 5 came out, okay, but you don't want to fucking buy another PlayStation 5 just for that special edition. So I'm sure you can find like a copy of the size on AliExpress for like $5. ship that. Just take out the covers, put that. You have the special edition now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Actually, and
even the plastic. So even the black plastic in the middle, they're easily removable and changeable. So
yeah,
even if a special edition comes out where the middle part is also different, you can fucking change that too. It's looks easy enough.
Yeah, like mix and match and get some nice colors or something going.
Yeah, what I like about this, what I liked about is, are you going to go into second news?
Well, the second news was about the USB and the Wi-Fi ports.
Yeah.
Was that what you were going to start talking about now?
No, I was going to talk about something else a bit.
Let's talk about something else.
Quick.
Yeah, to mention about it. It's all good.
Just about the PlayStation 5. The PCI NVMe .4 drive, I think. M.2, yeah. The PCI NVMe M.2 has different sizes. So there's 4 different sizes, I think. And what's good about this is that it gives a lot of third companies more options to do however they want the SSDs, as long as it reaches the Sony's, this is good. This is like it gives the performance that we want for the PlayStation 5. You can sell this and market it as a Sony certificate PS5 SSD. And there's a big space of it. Because these SSDs, they need their own cooling system.
Yeah, of course.
Because they run so fast, there's a heat sink on top of the SSD. So
yeah.
Also, I wanted to add one more thing, which was what was it? I forgot. Shit.
You have a small penis?
No.
No. Yes, and I have a very
Anyways,
small penis.
Oh yeah. I want to also just point out the stand. The circular thing. That's the most over-engineered stand I ever seen in my fucking life.
It's true. It even has a little thing where you put the screw.
Exactly.
It's funny. A little thing, you put the screw in, and then it's like you put it here, you put it on the side. At first, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of the design when I first saw it. I was like, it's cool, it's original. But I think the PS5 has really grown on me as a machine. Now that I've seen the size of it and people holding it, and especially during that breakdown video, I'm sort of appreciating the style of it now a bit more.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if this person who was doing the teardown for the PlayStation 5, if he's a small person or the PlayStation 5 it's so goddamn big, because it was as big as his torso.
I honestly think it's that big, because I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the size of his hands, and it's like it's huge. It's like ginormous. My goodness, people are going to think there's an alien invasion in their living room. What the hell's that thing? It's my PlayStation 5. That thing's ginormous, man. You're just sending radio waves, honestly. Also, in the next story, since we're on the topic of PlayStation 5 still, we've noticed that there's faster Wi-Fi and USB ports than the Xbox Series X. For example, this is something that you can emphasize on a little bit as well. For starters, we know that the console's Wi-Fi antenna supports Wi-Fi 6 standard, which allows for a new maximum speed of around 9.6 Gbps, and also that's actually twice the speed of Wi-Fi 5, which is cool. So, I mean, is that a big deal having Wi-Fi 6 implemented on the console?
Yeah, Wi-Fi. Wait, so Wi-Fi 6 is when you're setting up a router, if you have like a good router, you see 2 options: 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz.
Yeah.
You can think of Wi-Fi 6 something like 6 gigahertz, like
Okay.
in a way. But you need to have a router that gives
Yeah.
Wi-Fi 6.
By
first of
6.
all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I like this feature that Sony always they put the newest technology in their consoles, like the PlayStation 3. They had the Blu-ray,
Mm.
and they always had the new stuff in it. It's cool, but if you want any decent gaming, whatever the reason, always hardwire your PlayStation for online gaming to have the best experience. But even though Wi-Fi 6 can reach to speeds of 9.6
Yeah.
gigabits per second, but there is always theoretical speeds. You never reach that's always half of that. So
Yeah.
4 you can say. And
Cool.
what I wanted to also talk about is the USB ports.
Yeah.
So they're saying the front USB A is not as fast as the ports at the back.
Mm.
Okay, whatever, it's USB A, it's old. But you have USB Type C. What I like about this is USB Type C has faster data transfer speeds than USB Type A. So this gives for PlayStation a faster loading time. Like theoretically, it should have faster loading times than the Xbox Series X because Xbox Series X has only USB Type A. But if
Yeah.
you have an external, let's say external SSD, and you connect it via USB Type C, and you have your backwards compatible games on the external SSD, it will run a lot faster than if you plug it on a USB Type A because you're not limited with just the speed transfer. You have 10 gigabits. You have faster speeds.
Yeah.
So I think backwards compatible games on the PlayStation will run faster loading times if it was connected by external.
Yeah.
External, not the internal ones. Internals, I'm still not sure. But as externals, Xbox Series X has Type A and PS5 has Type C. So logically, like technically on paper, PlayStation 5 should run backwards compatible games faster if you are running them from the external.
But because obviously for you to play a PS5 game, you've got to have it installed on the SSD, right? So would that run on the external as well, or no? Since it's an SSD,
No,
not at
no.
all.
It has to be, or the internal SSD or the one that you install it.
Okay, cool.
I was
Right,
being very specific. Backwards compatible games only.
Right, let's get into the enemy now. Microsoft. They've told employees it plans to release a browser-based app for the Xbox Game Pass streaming service next year that will give more Apple Store rules. We absolutely will end up on iOS. So, is that a good thing? I mean, business in the end, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't
like,
know.
Microsoft was more like, fuck you, Apple. You don't want to like give the get-go for the okay for our app on our iOS. We're just gonna make it run on a browser. You can open Safari and just run, the streaming service out of the browser. Which I love how Microsoft is really pushing hard, with the whole Game Pass thing. Like they want to please everybody, the Apple users, the iPhone users, the Android users, any type of person that has any kind of platform. They want to please everyone because Xbox is like, they don't really like, I don't feel like they care about the hardware anymore. They are going more for subscription service now. Game Pass.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about right now. Subscription. Even I was on PlayStation Now the other day, just having a look, checking it out. A lot of the games you can download, by the way, as well. You can add them directly to your PlayStation.
Yeah, I know. But not backwards compatible games. Not like PS2 games or PS3.
No, those ones you have to stream.
Yeah.
The PS2 and PS3 games for sure. But
that's the difference.
Yeah, but a few of the PS4 games, not all of them, but a majority of them, you can actually download them, which is cool. Kind of like Game Pass, and they started that like 5 years ago, I think. Was it during the launch of PlayStation 4? They launched PlayStation Now.
I think 2 years later or something. But
Yeah.
when it first launched, there wasn't the option to download it. You only had to stream it.
Well, obviously they've they've done that recently because of Game Pass. Then it must be. So yeah,
but they don't have the good games as Game Pass. Plus, PS Now is a separate subscription. Doesn't give you the benefits of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, very true. It's like a separate subscription in it anyway.
Yeah, but Game Pass is like one subscription.
For
everything is in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool.
Everything. EA Play, Gold,
Pornhub. Right, next story today. PlayStation Store on web and on mobile will stop selling PlayStation 3, PSP, and Vita games this month. Oh, that's not the actual... That's the web store, but not the actual, like, for example, Vita has its own store built in, and when you log on to go check games out. That's going to still run, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But this is like an early, hints that they're going to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm actually surprised that they said that they're still selling PSP games. I thought they stopped that ages ago. That's actually quite funny. Well, anyway, Sony has sent out emails saying that they're verified by, I think it was by Eurogamer, that development partners that warn the PlayStation Store on web will be stopping those games. So, as I said, PS3, PSP, and Vita. Of course, they're going to be doing a nice big refresh for PlayStation 5 in November. So, obviously, they're revamping everything for next gen. Obviously, they're still going to be selling PS4, though. But yeah. I think it's quite sad because I'm such a big fan of the Vita, by the way. I think it's such an underrated machine. So, some of the games look really good on it. Like, I don't know. Well, when was the last time you played on your PSP?
I don't know, like 10 years ago.
So you don't care if they shut down the store? That's fine. Yeah, you're right.
I had my
time.
Yeah, I had my fun with it, but there isn't that one game that, oh my god, I have to take out my PSP and play it. I had fun with it, but there's not that one amazing game where I have to replay it.
I think the last PSP game I played, and I bought it original when it came out, and then I think after that I stopped playing it, was Final Fantasy VII, the core one. What was it called? Oh, crap.
Crisis Core?
Crisis Core, yeah. It was good. That was a good game, actually. That was like a really good game for the PSP. That needs to be redone and ported and I don't know what.
Rip Zack.
Well, mind you, they that's kind of like implemented a bit in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, obviously, I'm not going to say too much if you haven't played the game, but if you're listening and you know FF7 the remake, you know what I'm talking about. Right. Next story today. Sony confirms PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 save transfers. Finally. This is something that Chris was panicking about, by the way. I remember you freaking out saying, weren't you freaking out about not being able to transfer your saves?
No, that wasn't about that. About transfer, I was thinking about transfer saves between PS4 version to the PlayStation 5 version.
Okay.
So I read the blog. Let me try to summarize it as fast as I can.
Okay, go for it.
And when you get your PlayStation 5, if you have a PS4 disc, you insert the disc and you start downloading the PS4 version of the game on the PlayStation 5. That's one. Now, if the PS4 version can be upgraded to the PlayStation 5 version, that's up to the developers. If there's gonna be a fee or there's not gonna be a fee, that's up to the developer. But In both cases, let's say you got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PlayStation 4. Then you got your PlayStation 5 and you want to upgrade to PlayStation, the 5 version. You put your disc in, you download the PlayStation 5 version, you upgrade it, then you download the PlayStation 5 version.
Right.
That's one. Second, you can transfer all of your PS4 games from your PS4 to the PlayStation 5 via Wi-Fi or LAN cable.
Right.
They can be stored on the external on the external of on the PlayStation 5, which is great. Okay. Or you can transfer them. No, just Wi-Fi. Okay. And you can transfer your PS4 and your PS4 save data on your PlayStation 5. But bear in mind, these save data are for the PS4 version of the game.
Not the PS5.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. Let's say Assassin's Creed Valhalla, PS4 version, you have it on the PlayStation 5. And you have the save data PS4 version, it will work. But when you upgrade the PlayStation 4 version to PlayStation 5, the save data might not work because it all depends on developers. That's what, it's written on the blog. That's what I'm reading. It depends on the developers. That's what they are saying. Also, if you want to re-download games you bought on the library, you can just go to the library and just download them. Yeah. And they are also about the controller. So in the controller, the DualShock 4 controller will work on the PlayStation 5, but only for PS4 games. You cannot use the DualShock 4 to play PlayStation 5 games. The VR also works for VR games, so there's backwards compatible VR. And there's also mentioning DualShock 5 also works on the PS4 games, and you can control the vibration. Okay. And okay. So they're also saying that it can benefit, the PS4 games can benefit from boost mode, which like PlayStation 4 Pro has. PS4 Pro has something called boost mode, which may or may not improve the performance of a PS4 game if it wasn't optimized for PS4 Pro version. So let's say you have a PS4 game and it wasn't optimized for PlayStation 5. It's still PS4 version, not upgrade to PS5, but been optimized for PlayStation 5, but still a PS4 version. You might benefit more performance. But if a developer doesn't want to put resources on it, boost mode, just like pushing pure raw hardware without software update, it might fix some, makes the performance better. But again, it won't happen all the time because, for example, take Monster Hunter. Okay, Monster Hunter has two versions. Has something called resolution mode, and has something called frame rate mode, or frame rate or gameplay mode, or whatever. Two modes. One that focuses on resolution. The other one focuses on more like smooth frame rates. The frame rate version has unlocked frames, so it doesn't lock you at 30 FPS. So when you have unlocked, you can, the next gen consoles can push the game to reach to 60. But when a game is locked on 30, it cannot push more than 30 because it's locked.
You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got cut. I don't know why I was like, hello. Because you ended off on such a high, locked, and then silence. I was like, oh.
Yeah. No, I just stopped speaking. No, just stopped speaking.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, that kind of brings me into the next story really quickly. Ghost of Tsushima will be playable on PlayStation 5 at 60 frames per second via Game Boost. This is what you were just talking about literally seconds ago. So Sucker Punch has confirmed that Ghost of Tsushima will be playable via backward capability with Game Boost to allow the game to reach higher frame rates. They've announced the details, and also, they will also support save transfers and even faster load times. Although the game is quite a solid game, so I'll be quite interested just to see those frame rates, the faster load times and stuff, because there is times when Ghost of Tsushima does tend to be a bit slow on the loading. I noticed that when we were playing that, just a tad, not much. But the big news on that is because there's the new Ghost of Tsushima Legends, the free co-op mode, which is coming on literally a couple of days from now. I think by the time this comes out, it should be out, and also you can get the New Game Plus with some of the additional features in the story as well. So, yeah.
But I just need so everybody can know this is Ghost of Tsushima PS4 version, not the PlayStation. Yeah, it's not the PlayStation 5 version, but it will run better.
You think there'll be a PlayStation 5 version coming out, or did they announce that, or no?
I'm not sure. I think they announced it. Let me
have a little nosy.
Yeah.
He's having a look.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, it's a bit early yet. Maybe they'll announce something later on, but anyway, I think they've already released the game now, you know what I mean? And it is such a good game. It's like the final boost for the PlayStation 4, I thought that was like the big final game for it. I was like, oh wow. as an actual Sony game. I thought it was like a nice little boost before it lays to rest. Cool. That was a bit of an evil laugh, by the way, for PlayStation 4. Sorry. It's like my pro's looking at me like, what? It's like, what'd you say?
Goodbye, my lover.
I swear.
Goodbye, my friend.
Next story today, Final Fantasy XIV PlayStation 5 backward capability and patch 5.4 details have been revealed. Which one was 14? I've played it. I know I've played it. I can't remember. Was that the one where they're driving around in the car, like the big open world one?
No, it's the online version, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it is. Of course it is. That's why that story's there, because you're such a fan of it. It's like this is what Chris dreams about at night, is Final Fantasy XIV coming to life, and he's part of it, running around. Yes, I'm with you. So anyway, there's big details coming out. They've released a bunch of stuff. Yes, it will be playable on PlayStation 5 with your PlayStation 4 Pro display settings, but also quicker load time. This is actually going to be a bit of... I've realized this now, by the way, Chris. Online games should technically run better on these new next-gen consoles, or am I mistaken?
I mean, as if maybe like for lag, I don't think so. That has
not
to
more for lag,
network.
but just as you know, because you kind of know when you're playing an online game, for example. Maybe that's just me. But,
yeah, I know. No.
You know, I mean, like games,
Yeah, online games tend to always like try to hit 60, so they lower everything, like the resolution and everything else, so they can reach the 60, stable 60. For example, Call of Duty single player is 60 on campaign, but it dips a lot. But on the multiplayer, they like lower everything just so it can have stable 60, because it's online. You need that that smooth frame rate.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking through this patch quickly. The patch is going to be bringing new quests in as well. I'm also seeing the third chapter of the 8-player Eden Raid series. Do you know what that is? Because I have no idea what that is. What else was there? I haven't
played the latest patch.
Oh, okay. And also there is the new Explorer mode, which will allow players to let me read this quickly, to something Shadow Bridges dungeons without the damage of enemies. I don't know. This is your kind of shit, basically. I'm reading through it. I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck it's saying.
The point of this article was just, it's coming on the PlayStation 5, so...
This was just to make you feel better about yourself.
Yes.
It was just, I gotta put this in here. This is Final Fantasy XIV. I live for this. This is mine. No one's taking it away from me. Cool. Next story today. Cyberpunk 2077 developers reportedly choose to work 6 days a week over delaying the game again. Wow, were they forced into doing that, or was that something they actually decided to do? So yeah, another delay would have been. Wow, that'd been like the third time they delayed that if they delayed it again. Because I remember it got delayed twice. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Plus, when they are releasing these games, like the perfect time it's releasing, new consoles, Cyberpunk, like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I want to play Cyberpunk on my new console.
I love it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Also, do you remember last week when I was like talking about, developers working on EA or developers working on Project CD Red? So it all depends. Maybe it seems like developers chose to put that extra crunch because they're excited, about their project releasing.
Of course, to get it out. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So it's different. It all depends on company from company. Again, not every time where there's a crunch, it's a bad thing,
Well, I'm reading through the article now. The people over at the company said they didn't see it as a crunch at all. You know what I mean? They spoke to different people. They said no, because they, like you said, they've just got such a passion to get this game out over at CD Projekt. So, big game is coming out on November the 19th on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S. So, yeah, Chris is going to play it on Xbox Series S.
So many Xboxes.
Well, will I see a big difference from an Xbox Series X, like a PlayStation Pro, for example, you think?
Right, yeah.
All right. Cool. Last two stories there. Let's get into FIFA 21 Legacy Edition review. Is it that bad?
Dude. Okay, so I...
For you to put this in here, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it must be awful.
Okay, so this is the Switch version. I just need to...
That's like to point that out. That's why I'm looking at it. I'm saying, why the fuck has he put a Switch version of a football game? It's going to be atrocious. But is it atrocious?
Yes. So, so what IGN did is hilarious. The EA released FIFA 19, and it says that even on the page that this is exactly they released FIFA 19, then they released FIFA 20, and 20 they said this is exactly as FIFA 19, same gameplay, nothing has changed. They literally said that on the page. They only like updated the rosters, like when someone being traded or whatever. And on the FIFA 21, they said the exactly same thing, same gameplay as FIFA 20. But rosters has been updated. So basically FIFA 21 is FIFA 19 because FIFA 20 was 19 and FIFA 21 is FIFA 20. So IGN, what they did is that they copy paste the review they did for FIFA 20 and they added it to FIFA 21. This is the most laziest thing EA has ever done. Like, and then you know what's really funny? They say, "Oh yeah, Nintendo players, they don't like sports game on the Switch. They don't." No, it's not about that. We need fucking a good sports game. People will buy it. Just put effort in it, not this lazy shit.
Copy, paste, and bollocks. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I haven't played FIFA in fucking... I can't even remember the last FIFA game I played. What was the last good FIFA game?
I don't know. I don't fucking play FIFA.
Well, I thought you do with your friends, don't you, when they come over? Or when you go to a friend's house, you have to play FIFA, don't you?
I have like FIFA... I think the last one I have FIFA maybe 18. I'm not gonna buy a new FIFA game every fucking year so my friends can play it.
Fair enough. Well, I've got GameRant.com says 5 best FIFA games ever. Rated from worst, FIFA 16. It's the worst one. Best one is FIFA 13. Well, okay, I don't know why they've done it in such a weird way. Hang on, let me go to number one. Let me go down. Okay, so the worst one they're saying is FIFA 20, But the best one for them of all time is FIFA 10. I would agree with that. That was like, when football games, they actually had to develop it. So, yeah.
I remember FIFA 10 was like the big jump of graphics.
Probably that's what it is then.
Yeah.
That is nice. FIFA 10. Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't say which console it's on, though. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. It must be the
PlayStation
PS3.
3, 100%.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. And finally, today we are talking about Amazon cancels. What the hell's that? Crucible?
Crucible.
Crucible. 5 months after release and 4 months of unrelease. Okay. Did you read through this? Do you know what this is?
Okay, I only added this article because it's made by Amazon, and it's so funny that Amazon is trying to make games and nobody's hearing about it. They even fucking released the game and nobody even knew about it.
Man, that's the first I've heard of it. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this game?
Here's the thing, like, why is Amazon trying to get into the video game market, and they're not marketing it? There's like literally this game came out, nobody heard about it.
It came out in May. Man,
I understand. It was free to play though.
But still, yeah, exactly. Of course, it's free to play because no fucker would buy it. That's why. You know what? This game's terrible. Let's give it for free. So this game, Pubicle, I'm going to call it from now on.
It's Crucible.
It's Pubicle now. I don't think anyone gives a shit what the name is anyway. It was released on May 2020 with little fare, and player numbers dwindled soon after. In early June, Amazon retired 2 of its 3 modes. Then later that month, Amazon unreleased the game. How do you unrelease it? No. We are bringing you back. So, yeah, they closed the beta, and I don't know. Maybe they'll work on it again. I doubt it. Pubicle. That's going to be its name.
I mean, when a game is so bad, they do unrelease it sometimes. Final Fantasy 14 was actually hot garbage when it came out at first. Then they unreleased it. They stopped all the servers. And I think 2 years later, they released Realm Reborn. And everything changed. It was like from shit to like fucking one of the best MMOs ever. And anyone who actually bought the game, they got the free upgrade, obviously. But sometimes like unreleasing a game and releasing it back might be a good thing, but I don't think Amazon has that, capability because they don't have history. They don't have experience. It's not Square Enix where they just like hired a veteran director to bring life to a game that failed, that he had that experience.
That's funny. Didn't they just release some fucking new streaming console thing, or was I mistaken?
Amazon?
Wasn't there?
I don't know. Amazon's doing so much stuff.
Controller? I can't remember. I thought that was something that they... or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it was... Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I read something. I don't know if it was Amazon now. And the thing is, for some reason, my laptop keeps on going to the fucking Microsoft search engine and it's shit. It's like the worst one. Need Google. New streaming console subscriptions. Let me see.
Luna. Amazon Luna.
Is that what it is? I was right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is it
out?
I don't know. That's what I was asking you now.
Okay, so there's a request early access, so it's not released. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do. I don't know. I'm not convinced at all. Introducing Luna, Amazon's cloud gaming service that is easy to play great games on devices you already own. No waiting for lengthy downloads or updates. Just play. Request your invitation for early access and help us make Amazon Luna even better. I'm just smelling Stadia all over again, man. That's it. It was just a fucking different name.
Exactly, it's fucking Stadia.
It is a Stadia, man. Didn't they see what happened to Stadia? Didn't they look, maybe we shouldn't do this?
I think Google is doing, like the glasses thing again. They're just like ignoring it until nobody talks about it and just dies. Like the Google Glass. What? They just suddenly fucking stopped talking about it and just eventually everybody forgot about it and just died.
It's died. Well, Luna costs $6 a month. And it's unlimited hours of play.
I mean, look, when Amazon eventually launches their internet satellites, when you have Wi-Fi, Amazon satellite anywhere in the world, yeah, Luna would fucking work amazingly. But until then, fuck no, this isn't gonna work. Like all other streaming services, they always feel. Of course, I cannot experience that because I have shit internet. But even people where they had fiber internet, everyone said, yeah, it's good, it runs okay, but there's still that, the lacking of it. It lacks,
yeah, of course,
the fluidity of actually playing it off hardware. So we're not there yet, but we're reaching there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the controller, by the way, designed for Luna. Looks like I don't know. Kind of looks like a purple Xbox controller. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like an Xbox controller with a. Maybe it's the. You know what? No, it looks like a Nintendo Switch Pro.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch Pro, but
Pro controller. It looks exactly like it now. Look, because I have one. I just realized now because I was looking in front of at the Pro controller. Now I was like, hang on a sec. It looks like that.
I agree.
Interesting. I'm gonna get you that for Christmas, mate.
How about you get me PlayStation 5?
This is $6 a month, and the controller's probably very cheap. So well, mind you, they said you can play on any device that you already own, so you better get out your iPad or something. Merry Christmas. $6 gift card from Luna. Thanks, Clint. Fuck you. I hope you choke.
I cannot even fucking use the service because I have shit internet, you fucking asshole.
Oh, you can look on the menu and see what games they have. Oh, look.
It's like going to a strip club. You can just look at the girls but cannot touch them. Oh, no.
Cool. Do you have any beef for today?
Beef for today? Not really, no.
I don't know. I don't really have any beef. Just maybe all these fucking companies should stop making these streaming services until it's 100% good. That's it. Stop trying to get money out of people. Let's make another streaming service like Netflix. No, not yet. Not yet. You have to wait. Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
that's my only.
Yeah,
beef.
I mean, like, Game Pass is doing the best type of service. Like, it has the streaming plus the option to download. You don't want to stream, just download it.
Well, that's what I do. I just download them. Just best thing to do. Right. Where can people find you online, Christopher?
People can find me online at Taporian, that's TAPRIN, on Instagram and Twitter.
Cool. And you can find me on Clip Maximus. Just have a look for me on Instagram and on Twitter. You'll find me. And also join us on our official Instagram page, which is Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast. Right, I'm out because I think I need to use the bathroom. I'm going to go.
Is it number 1 or number 2?
I'll decide when I crawl towards the bathroom. All right, dude. Take it easy. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram at Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast.